there is an adage that I happen to believe in that says, never meet your heroes. I think that's especially become true for those of us who were Next Generation fans. I mean, look at what Patrick Stewart has said over the last few years. And let's not forget what Marina Sirtis just said about people who lost power in Texas. I don't know, but LeVar Burton, I have always thought he has been one cool, grounded guy. Maybe it's watching Reading Rainbow from back in the day, but out of all of the Next Generation cast members, doesn't LeVar Burton strike you as a stand-up guy? Which brings us to my video today. Apparently, Gates McFadden, who played Dr. Beverly Crusher on Star Trek The Next Generation, has started doing podcasts. Gates McFadden will host her own show called Gates McFadden Investigates, with a capital G, Who Do You Think You Are? This is going to be a limited series that's going to come out starting on May 12th and will be available through a whole bunch of different streaming services. Now, based upon the information we have, there seem to be a lot of her former cast members from Star Trek The Next Generation she's going to be speaking to, including Jonathan Frakes, the aforementioned LeVar Burton, Will Wheaton, Brent Spiner, Marina Sirtis, and Denise Crosby. Now, in the article that I'm referring to, there is a little bit of dialogue that occurs between Gates and LeVar. They are not talking about Star Trek or Star Trek related canon or story events, at least that I can tell. They're talking about how Gates McFadden turned LeVar Burton onto a certain type of perfume. I mean, if that's your thing, you want to do the deep dive into who these people are aside from their characters, hey, knock yourself out. But I do think, going back to what I originally said, never meet your heroes. Some of the dialogue that I'm hearing in here is just kind of, I guess, what you would expect from people who live in the world in reality, air quotes, that is Hollywood. To quote Gates herself, she said, "I can't say I know the ins and outs of podcasting, though I am learning, but I do know how to be silly and funny, serious and truthful, and ultimately how to have lively conversations with my extraordinary group of close friends from the Star Trek series. And no, we don't dissect the episodes, we speak about our lives." So, oh boy, maybe we'll get to hear about the politics of actors and actresses who appeared on The Next Generation. Doesn't exactly sound like something I'm particularly interested in, again, given what we've heard in the recent past. May 12th, Gates McFadden podcast. What do you think? Are you going to give it a listen? Based upon what I've heard so far, I probably will check out one episode just to maybe do a follow-up video on it to see if I have presumed incorrectly, and it's cool. But let's be honest. While we all love the roles and the characters that so many of the actors and actresses that appeared on The Next Generation created, do we really want to hear about their vacations, the fabulous restaurants they're going to, maybe big shots they've bumped into, or them toting the company line for Kurtzman abominations such as Picard and Discovery? I have a lot of respect for these individuals and the work they did in the context of The Next Generation. But I think I'm going to stick with that adage, and I'm not going to meet my heroes. How do you feel about that? Do you want to know about their personal lives? Do you want to listen to something like this? Regardless, best of luck to Gates McFadden. I'm Corey B., and this is Salty Salish Sea.